Cool.
So this is a general video on just how to use the DSA and DSF units. So the first thing that you want to look at is this distance right here. As you can see, I'm toggling up and down. So this distance in between right here and the plate is going to correspond to how thick your dough is on the plate. So once you've taken your dough ball and you've pressed it all the way out to just about the edges of each of the circle, you want to take the thickness, kind of eyeball it with your fingers or the ruler, and measure it up to here. And you want that distance to be about the same. So you're just going to adjust this dial until that's about the same thickness or thinness. And then once you do that, once you've taken your dough ball, you've pressed it down, you get it all the way to almost the edge. And the reason I say almost the edge is because when you put this in here and you apply pressure, this is going to squeeze the dough down, so it will do a little bit more expanding. So that's why you don't need to go all the way to the edge, just almost to the end of the dough. The more dense your dough is, the less likely it is to spread, so just keep that in mind. So I would take my flattened out dough, make sure it's pressed out pretty evenly. I would lower my handle. That would put pressure on the dough. And then I would release my handle, and that is releasing the blades. And I would keep this handle down while I do so. And then I'm going to pull the lever. So when I pull the lever, you're going to notice that it has different speeds. So on the top, a little bit slower. As I start going farther down, it gets faster and faster. So ideally the way to do it is when you first, after you first cut it, I like to go all the way down and then slowly lower it back up. So when I go all the way down, it's moving the balls in rapid friction, and it's really promoting the balls to round. But then once they've already started to do that, I don't want to over roll the dough, or else it's going to get sticky tacky and start forming like little peaks on the top of the dough. So I slowly lower it back up so it still rounds, but it's not putting as much pressure on the dough, because what's happening is this plate and this plate are essentially moving together, forming a ball. So if I do that too much, it's going to get sticky and tacky, but if I don't do it enough, then they're not going to get round at all. In addition, if you notice that some rolls are round and some are not, what you can do is take off the ones that are round, and if some appear not rounded whatsoever, it just means that that part of the dough is a little bit thinner than the rest of the dough. So what you can do is take off those ones that are perfect, make sure this handle is pushed over because the blades will be activated, pull this down, and then you can maybe lower the dial a little bit so that it touches those rolls and you can continue rounding. So all is not lost if those rolls are not round. You don't have to hand roll them. You can go back and just make sure this is activated first. So that's just general usage on the unit and how you would use it. Thank you.